Hi, my name is Jim Visher. I'm a Sales Enablement Professional, most recently with Iron Mountain, but I've worked with other companies globally in the technology business, BMC Software and Quest Software, just to name a couple of those. Peter's study on sales and marketing collaboration in the Australian market was very well done, and I wanted to give you a few comments on things that I had observed after reviewing the study. There were a couple of points that really resonated with me in my own experience. The first one being that any type of solution is a combination of people, process, and technology. And I like to use the analogy of the three-legged stool, that if one of the legs is missing, the stool falls over every time. And this is definitely true when it comes to looking at putting in place sales enablement solutions or collaboration between sales and marketing teams. That you have to first think out the process about how things are going to be done, what tools are going to be used, and what are the technologies that are going to support those. Again, three-legged stool is what makes that successful, and I found that true in all of the times when I've put in place sales enablement programs. Another key point that I find very apropos and current today is the term the buyer's journey. And this is very well known today, and it definitely does represent the process that the buyer goes through when they actually start from realizing they have a problem or issue that needs to be solved, or perhaps there's an advantage in the marketplace that they want to take advantage of. How do they go about going out and actioning on those different goals? Definitely one of the things that was brought out in Peter's study, and I agree, very true today. Sellers must understand and must embrace the buyer's journey in order to be successful. And both for sellers and for marketers, both equally have to embrace this. One of the other points that I actually found true, although not very positive result, is the fact that there's a very low percentage of time that sellers actually can locate the correct marketing collateral that they need to further ahead the sales that they're working on. I have found this to be very true in the organizations that I've worked with, even ones that have very advanced marketing collateral content access systems in ways of cataloging and searching those systems, searching that collateral, but still sellers have a very low percentage of time that they actually find the collateral that they need. So I still find this true today, and I think where this really points to is that there is a great opportunity to make improvements in that area. Also, a couple things that surprised me about the findings in Peter's study. One of them was that 51% of the successful companies and also the unsuccessful companies really have a very low frequency of meeting between the sales and marketing organizations. I found this to be very surprising. I would have thought there would have been more difference between successful and unsuccessful companies as far as the percent of time that they actually meet, but that we recognize that this may not be the only factor that's controlling what determines whether the company is successful or unsuccessful, looking from the perspective of sales and marketing collaboration. The other thing that I also recognized was a very small percentage, surprisingly, was the percent of companies that actually have a formal process for capturing customer testimonials. As any seller will tell you, having a customer reference, someone who's already done this with their solution in that customer's marketplace, in their industry, solve the problem that they need to have solved right now, is like gold. It's one of the most powerful things the seller can bring to bear on moving the sales process ahead. So again, small percentage of companies that actually have formalized this process, but I see that as being one of the, again, an opportunity for companies to do a much better job at sales and marketing collaboration. One of the things that Peter had asked me to comment on is, what advice would you give to CEOs today in order for them to move ahead with their success in the sales and marketing collaboration area? And certainly what I would recommend is that not only does the sponsorship, the buy-in to that collaboration need to happen at the very highest levels of the organization, certainly the executive in the sales organization, the executive in the marketing organization need to be completely on board and understand what value they will gain from a significant collaboration between the sales and marketing teams. But more than that, they need to actually think through how that collaboration is going to work. What is the frequency of meetings? Who is going to meet? What are going to be the objectives that are going to be created and then measured? And how is that measurement going to be made and reported to the organization? How will they know that the success is happening? And it really needs to be more than just, okay, is revenue increasing? While that is certainly a very basic and easy to measure yardstick, we need to know what else is happening. How is the contribution being measured? Who's making that contribution? And what's the path forward? This is very, very critical, I think, that these things be thought out ahead of time before that sales and marketing collaboration plan can be put into place. Thank you.